me see her in a different light, because what she wasn't able to give to me, she gave to them. And my kids were able to, especially my daughter, was able to climb in the bed with my mom and love on her. I wasn't able to do that until after she was in the facility in Gaffney, and I was able to get in the bed and lay beside her and love on her and kiss on her. And that was one of the greatest gifts that I ever got. And after we had that moment, she was one of the CNAs was in the room, and they were changing her bed linen on the bed. And so I was helping, and mom had to lean over, but she was not as strong as she once was. And so I was holding her in my arms, and she looked up at me and she said, "This is right up on your alley, ain't it?" I said, "Yes, ma'am. This is something I've been waiting to do for my whole life. And now, guess what? You can't run. You got to sit here and take every bit of the love and all these hugs and kisses that I get to give you." And it's lovely for me. And she just died laughing. And so I was just like, okay, I can do this. I can get used to this. I can enjoy each and every moment that I get to love on you, kiss on you, tell you that I love you, and hear you say it back to me. And every day that I would get off work, I would go and see her. And I would be tired, but I would still make my way to Gaffney every day to go and sit with her for 1 or 2 hours, and then come home and repeat that process. And if I was not there by a certain time, she would always call or have my aunt call me if my aunt was there visiting to see if I was okay. Not, and I don't think she was just calling to see if I was okay. She was just making sure that I was coming, because every single time I entered that room, her face would light up, because she was happy to see me. And that was something that made my day, regardless if she was mad at me or whatever, because she would get mad at me for various reasons. That's just who she is. She was stubborn one day. My brother had came down to visit, and she was being stubborn. She didn't want to get her bandages changed, and she refused. So I got off work and I went, and I got there. I said, "Mommy, why won't you let the nurses change your bandages?" I got my reasons. They my personal reasons. I said, "Okay, well, I understand that." I said, "But mommy, it's time for you to get those changed, and you need to let them do it." "Triveda, I'm not doing that today." "Yes, you are. You're gonna do that today." "I need a new order." I said, "Okay, what order do you need?" "I need a new order because I'm not doing that." I said, "Okay, fine. That you gonna get them changed today." So I went to the nurse's station. I asked for a piece of paper, and I asked for a pen. And I said, "Who's here to change her bandages? Are they still here? And to do the wound care for her?" And they was like, "Yeah, they're still here, but they're not going to be here much longer." "Well, make sure that they stay, because she's going to be getting these bandages changed." So what I wrote on the piece of paper was, um, "I, Alfredia Ann Harris, gives permission to have my bandages changed today." I signed my name, I put the date and the time, and then I made my mama sign it too. She got them bandages changed, but she kept telling me that it was her business and it was her personal reasons. You don't got no personal reasons, and you getting these bandages changed today. I don't care nothing about what you talking about, because we doing this today. And she got them changed, needless to say, but she fussed. And her favorite saying, I'm not gonna say it now, but she had her way of letting people know who she was. She loved to play softball. She loved to cook. One thing she did not share with me, which I'm a little salty about still, my mama could make the best fried chicken, but she didn't have this. She would always take the skin off. But y'all, when I tell you, this fried chicken still tasted as if the skin was on there, because it would still be crispy and juicy and everything, but she took the skin off the chicken. And for me, that's the most favorite part of chicken. I don't know about y'all, but for me, it was. But she would not give me that recipe at all. She didn't give it to me. She didn't give it to my daughter. She didn't give it to her sister. She didn't give it to none of us. So she kept that to herself. But I'm gonna figure it out because I know what her little seasonings and stuff was. But I'm gonna see about that because I ain't never really cooked the chicken without the skin on it, except for if I'm baking chicken or something like that, or